her game?
No, she was not. And she definitely didn't get the ball enough, and definitely didn't play the way she had played in the tournament leading up to today. You know that there was something bothering her. I think it was physical, but she wasn't her aggressive self. She didn't move the way she's been moving, and you know, when you see that she had no steals, you know, so she wasn't as active as she normally is. You know, and that's what I said. You know, if we don't get great games out of Aaliyah and Paige, it's hard for us to score enough points to win this. You know, these games. So, you know, this is a great learning experience for Paige. You know, Paige is a patient person who waits, and I think she is going to learn, or has begun to learn, that there's no waiting. At this time of the year, it's you make it happen yourself, and you have to be more selfish. And you have to be, you know, I know she wants to be the greatest teammate of all time, but, you know, I think those days are over, and she needs to assert herself more. And normally she does. I mean, you look at all those NCAA tournament games. So the fact that she didn't today, you know, I think there was something going on there.
Did she tweak something?
I don't know. She didn't say anything. I don't know. She just had this look about her that wasn't quite right. But I can't put my finger on it.
She talks about efficiency, and certainly she's very efficient.
Yeah.
She talks about, you know, the mid-range stuff. But do you need her to be sort of a Caitlin, to where, like, you know, like you go to South Carolina, it doesn't look like they could beat them, but she could put up 40, 45
Yeah.
and give the punchers a chance. Does she need to be more like that? And will she have, you know, if everyone's healthy, is there enough help for her to do that?
I think that, you know, each player follows their own path, you know. This is how I want to go about it. I do think the more scorers that we put around, you know, around Paige, then obviously, you know, there's going to be more opportunities for her to do more things. I thought one of the mistakes that we made in the first quarter was we were trying too hard to get Paige shots instead of just, you know, doing our normal thing and letting it happen. But when I saw that she wasn't moving as well as she normally moves, you know, you knew that it was going to be a little bit more difficult than it has been the last seven games.
What about Aaliyah? Was she feeling okay?
I don't know. I imagine so. But yeah, both of them looked off, right? I mean, so I don't know. But, you know, we need, obviously, you know, that those two are the most important players on our team. And, you know, defensively, we couldn't have played better than we did tonight for the most part. The third quarter was kind of, you know, we kind of broke down a couple times. But, yeah, I think for long stretches, I think both of them looked off. And there could be a number of reasons for that.
Can you talk about Nika playing defense on Caitlin? She just really picked her up full court. It seemed to like get in, bug her a little bit, and she played her awesome.
Well, Nika did what Nika does, you know, and she forced her into some bad places. But Nika had a lot of help in the first half, and that same help broke down in the second half, in the third quarter especially. So those gaps that they started to find weren't there. They all of a sudden were there. So when you have, you know, someone as good as Caitlin and as good as Caitlin is at creating for herself, and then they got a big game, right, from their post player. So those two things, you know, that was enough to put them over the edge. One of those we could have overcome, you know. But even still, you know, like the defensive part, if you told me 71 points, and we shot 4 free throws tonight, you know, in a game that was played like that. So either Iowa plays absolutely zero defense, which isn't true, or we shot 4 free throws.